your hot diggity dog right here. Hot diggity dog, here I am in live living color. We got dog, dog, and dog, dog, dog. Up dog, down dog, under dog, over your old dog, your dog, my dog, dog. East, south, west, Jackson, Jim, Johnson, Congo, Chihuahua. Get your hot diggity dog right here.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell, bringing you Cleveland Indians baseball. We're coming to you from out here at the park, and you'd better keep your windows closed. It's been raining here for a while. Schendell's been talking this over with the ground crew. They're playing games in both dugouts.
East side, west side, all around the town. Hopscotch and rain, the roses, London bridges falling down. Boys and girls together, me and Mamie O'Rourke. Hip to the light and happy on the east side of baseball.
And they're finally rolling back the tarp. But the break hasn't helped the pitchers. Let's play some ball.
It's opening day. The sounds of practice are stilled. The mitts are oiled. And another season begins. Game number 1 of 3 here in
Cleveland. The Indians take the field here in the first. Manager Schendell sends out his squad this way. Johnston at first base. Wemsgans at second. Chaplin, the shortstop. Gardner at third. The outfield consists of Smith in left field, Speaker in center field, and Graney over in right. O'Neill is behind the plate and on the mound for the Indians. The right-handed Coveleski. He will be facing Yankees starter, right-hander Quinn. We'll tell you about him in the bottom half. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Here's Peckinpah to start it off. Bats from the right. Roger can hit. Coveleski looking home. Coveleski winds up. Soft liner to right toward the gap. It drops in front of Graney, and Peckinpah is aboard with a single. Pratt up. He has the talent to do some damage. Coveleski wants to pin Peckinpah to first. Right-handed Coveleski goes to the set position. Peckinpah well off first. Coveleski kicks and delivers. He goes the opposite way. And it's through. Base hit right field. Graney retrieves it. Peckinpah holds it second. And Pratt is on with a single. No outs.
First.
Inning, 2 on. The top of the first inning. Next up, Bodie. He has the talent to do some damage. Batter facing Coveleski. Coveleski climbs the mound. O'Neill sets up. The runners take their lead. Now he comes home with it. Grounded hard at Gardner. He scoops it up, fires to second, and they get him. Over to first. Not in time. Safe at first, and Peckinpah moves to third. One gone. First. Inning, 2 on. Here's Pip. He has the talent to do some damage. He puts the ball in play. Coveleski is on the slab. Eyes locked in on O'Neill for the sign. Coveleski gets set to pitch. Indians playing for the double play. The offering to Pip. Easy bounce at Wemsgans. He stops it. Goes to first. Then he gets him. And that's out number 2. But the run scores, and Bodie moves to second. And the Yankees go ahead by a run, 1-0. First inning. 1 on, the top of the first inning. Baker up to hit. Home run. Can hit. Home run. Waits. Right-hander Coveleski. Ready. Bodie at second takes a big lead. He lets it go. He swings. It's smashed deep to left center. That's good for extra bases. Speaker is chasing it down. Bodie scores. Baker hits second on a full steam, but puts on the brakes. As the throw comes in, double for Baker. So the double scores 1. This ball game now 2-0. 2 outs. Baker standing out at second for New York. Lewis is out to get his licks. He bats right. A dependable hitter. O'Neill sets up. The pitch. And it's popped up in front of the plate. O'Neill waves off Gardner. And he makes the catch. 3 down. For the Yankees, 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. 1 left. They move ahead in the game. Yankees 2. Indians coming up. For the Yankees take the field here in the first. Defensively for New York. Hit at first base. Pratt at second. Peckinpah the shortstop. Baker at third. Across the outfield. In left, it's Lewis. In center, thick and over and right, Bodie. Rule is behind the plate and on the mound for New York. Quinn, the right-hander. Here's Speaker to lead it off. Left side batter. Speaker, recently known as a solid hitter. Catcher ready. Quinn into the wind. Grounded to the right side, wide of first. And it squirts by Pitt and on into right for a base hit. And Speaker has himself a single. Now at bat, Rainey. Uncertain at the plate. Quinn looking in at the target. They start the runner. It's a shot to left center. Vick is racing to the gap. And he shags it down. 1 away. And Speaker returns to first as the throw comes in. Smith walking up the bat. He gets his share of hits. Rule ready to receive. Speaker well off first. The runner's going. Slice toward third. Just out of reach. Lewis is racing to the line, and it gets by him. Speaker streaks around third. He's headed for home. Here's the throw. Cut off. The throw to second. Out for the second out. Lewis picks up the error. So the single leads to a run. The Indians are on the board, trimming the lead to 1. The fans want more. 2 outs.
First.
Inning. O'Neill will bat next for Cleveland. A right-sider. He's their cleanup hitter. A trusty bat. Quinn prepared to work. The pitch. A bouncer back of second. Fielded by Pratt. He throws in time, and the side is retired. The half for the Indians. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. They score, but still trail by 1. Indians trailing 2-1. Bottom of the lineup, Vick, Rue, and Quinn coming up. Here's Vick to lead it off. He can surprise you at the plate. Sammy ready. Coveleski prepared to work. And the pitch. Vick hits it in the air to fairly deep right field. Graney is over. And so is the at-bat for Vick. 1 away. The Yankees have 1 out. Base is empty. Right-handed batter Rue now walks out to bat. Rue not a threat for average. Coveleski prepares to come home. The pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 3. 2 gone. Quinn, bat in hand. Jack taking his first at bat of the season. Jack ready. O'Neill set. He brings it home. On the ground, back through the box. Wemsgans gloves it, spins it, fires. Long stretch, just nips Quinn by half a step. Yankees gone. So the Yankees go down 1-2-3. The score still 2-1. Indians trail. For Cleveland, it'll be Chapman, Gardner, and Johnston. Here's Chapman to start it off. Capable of some fine hitting. Quinn poised. The pitch. Bounce to the mound. Quinn with a backhand stab. It's off his glove. Quinn spins, falls on the ball. Twists, fires to first, and throws it away. But the ball bounces off the wall at the stand. Right back to Pip. And Chapman has to hold it first. That'll be an error on Quinn. Tough call. 2 errors now for New York. Gardner's up. Larry can be dangerous. Gardner relaxes himself at the plate. Quinn looking home. And the pitch comes in. Swung on, grounded hard to short. Off his chest, he picks it up. Throws quickly to first, 1 down. Chapman moves up. Left-sided Johnston will bat next for Cleveland. The Indians have 1 away. Runner on second. Johnston, recently known as a solid hitter. Quinn put on the rubber. Quinn poised. Chapman moves quietly toward third. He brings it in. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Quinn slipped 1 by him, and Johnston is enraged. He doesn't like that called strike, but he'll have to live with it. 2 gone. Two down, second inning, 1 on. Wemsgans walks up. He bats right. Bill is a tough out. He stands in. Quinn gets set to work on him. Chapman moves another step away from second. The pitch. He swings. It's smashed deep to left center. That's good for extra bases. Nick is chasing it down. Chapman scores. Wemsgans hits second on a full steam, but puts on the brakes. As the throw comes in, double for Wemsgans. So the double scores 1, and the Indians have tied this game. 1 on, the bottom of the second inning. Here's a pitcher, Coveleski. stand, taking his first at bat of the season. Real speed at second. Rule sets up. Wemsgans edges a bit more off second. He brings it home, and it's popped up in front of the plate. Rule waves off Baker, and he makes the catch. Side retired. The half for the Indians. 1-1-1. They lead 1. They have tied this game. Score 2-2 into 2. We're at the head of the order for the Yankees. Coveleski will face Peckinpah, Pratt, and Bodie. Peckinpah will start it off here in the third. He bats right. Coveleski will go to work on him. Coveleski fires it in. Peckinpah pulls away, but the ump says it's in there, and Coveleski records a strikeout. 1 down. Well, it's now Pratt to bat. He swings from the right side. Pratt can get on for you. Coveleski looking in at the target. Now the delivery. A little roller to the right side. Wemsgans pounces on it. The quick toss to Johnston, and he nails Pratt by a step for out number 2. The Yankees have 2 outs. Base is empty. Next to bat for New York is Bodie. Right-handed Coveleski goes to the set position. Coveleski with the pitch. A high drive to deepest center. Speaker has it all the way. 3 down. Coveleski sets them down in order. Score 2 all at the end of the 2.5. We're at the head of the order for the Indians. Quinn will face Speaker, Graney, and Smith. All right. Speaker will get it started for the Indians. He swings from the left side. Speaker now ready. Quinn looking in. Quinn fires it in. Strike 3, and it gets away from Rue. He picks it up, fires to first. And they get him. 1 away. Next batter, Graney. He'll wait for his pitch. He stands in. Quinn gets set to work on him. He cranks and fires. Just catches the plate. See you later. A pair of strikeouts for Quinn here in the third. 2 down. Here's Smith coming to the plate. Right-hander Quinn ready. Quinn deals. Line drive base hit to right. Smith rounds first. But Bodie wings it back into Pratt, and Smith will settle for a single. Second hit for Smith in the game. Okay, Smith on at first. 2 down. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill ready. Now Quinn ready. Quinn over the offering. Swung on, strike. Smith is running. Rue fires it down. Safe. High throw. That's his first steal of the season. So O'Neill steps back in. Quinn looking in at the target. Speedy Smith edging toward third. The offering to O'Neill popped up. Baker moves toward the line. Peckinpah racing over into foul territory. He waves off Baker and makes the catch for the final out. For the Indians, nothing across. 1 left. They couldn't get the runner home. Score knotted at 2. For New York, it'll be Pip, Baker, and Lewis. To get it going for the Yankees here, Pip batting left. O'Neill ready to receive.
The pitch. Batted hard on the ground toward right.
Diving stop by Wemsgans.
Throws. And he makes the play to first. One down. Well, Baker walks up. Baker knows how to get on base. The batter stands in. O'Neill set. The pitch. Popped up, shallow center field. Speaker is coming on, and he's got it. 2 away. Now coming to bat for the Yankees, Lewis. Batter waits. Coveleski is ready to fire it in. Here's the delivery. Swung on, chopping ground ball up the middle. Chapman is over. Stabs for it, and he's got it. Fires to first, in time. 3 away. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway through the fourth. Score even at 2 runs each into 3.5. For Cleveland, it'll be Chapman, Gardner, and Johnston. To get it going, Chapman. Chapman in the box. Right-handed Quinn goes to the set position. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 1 away. Gardner walking up the bat. Gardner has patience. Batter facing Quinn. Quinn focuses in on the target. The pitch. Fisted to right by Gardner. Bodie will have to hustle, and it falls in front of him. He's forced to play it on the hump. He had no chance on that one, and Gardner has himself a single. Johnston up there. Gardner at first is a speedster. Batter ready. Right-handed Quinn goes to the set position. Gardner breaks for second. Rue guns it down. The photo finish. He hooks the bag and eludes the tag. That's his first steal of the season for Cleveland. Their second stolen base in this game. So Johnston will get back in there. Quinn on the rubber. Pitcher Quinn set to go. Gardner moves quietly toward third. The pitch. Base hit right field. It drops in front of Bodie. He has to play the long bounce. Gardner rounds third. The throw comes into pit, and they're holding Gardner at third. For Cleveland, Gardner on third. Johnston on first. 1 gone. Score tied. Cleveland now sends Wemsgans to bat. He rarely strikes out. A double play would hurt, but with Johnston on, it may be difficult. He stands in. Quinn sets up on the rubber again. Quinn looking in. Body rigid. Infield back at double play depth. Gardner takes his lead at third. The pitch. Pop foul behind third. Baker is over. He's under it and makes the catch. And that's the second out. Two on, the bottom of the fourth inning. Next up, pitcher Coveleski. He stands in. Quinn is on the slab, checks the runners. Gardner takes his lead at third. The delivery from Quinn, grounded to short. Peckinpah's up with it. He flips to Pratt, covering. And they get him to retire the side. For the Indians, no runs on 2 hits, 2 left. They couldn't get the runners home. Score 2-2 at the end of the fourth. The Yankees will send out the bottom of the lineup. Vick, Rue, and Quinn. Vick to lead it off for the Yankees. Bats from the right.
Vick 0 for 1. Vick waiting, bat stirring slightly. Pitcher Coveleski set to go. The pitch to Vick. And it's popped up behind home plate. O'Neill making the call and the catch. 1 down. Rue to face Coveleski. Muddy made an out in his first at bat. Rue knows how to get on base. Now Coveleski ready. Coveleski delivers. High and inside, ball 1. Rue stands in again. Coveleski will go to work on him. Coveleski winds and fires. Batted hard on the ground toward right. Diving stop by Remsgans. Throws. And he makes the play to first. 2 away. Quinn to face Coveleski. Coveleski poised.
To the plate.
Fastball badly fooled. That's 3 away. So the Yankees go down 1-2-3. This game is 2-2 after 4.5. Cleveland now will send out the top of the order. Speaker, Rainey, and Smith. To get it going for the Indians here. Speaker, he hits from the left. Triss is 1 for 2, and he scored a run. Speaker stands in. Now Quinn ready. The pitch. Bunted to the left side. A little too hard. Baker has it. Slings it to first and gets him. Speaker thought he'd catch Baker napping. 1 down. Now coming up, Rainey. Jack is 0 for 2. Rainey can get on for you. Quinn looking in. He brings it in. Fastball high. Free pass to Rainey, and Jack takes first. And that's the first walk issued by Quinn. That was Rainey's first walk of the season. 1 gone, 5th inning, 1 on. Smith now walks out to bat. He bats left-handed. Elmer has a pair of hits and 2 times. He's stolen the base. Rainey at first has wheeled. Quinn on the rubber, checks the runner. Rainey bluffs going. There goes Rainey. Quinn deals. Pulled hard. High fly deep to right. Bodie got a good jump. At the wall. And he brings it down. And that's the second out. Rainey gets back to first. All right, for Cleveland. Runner on first, 2 gone. Right-handed batter O'Neill now walks out to bat. He's their cleanup hitter. Steve is 0 for 2. Quinn gets set to work on him. First baseman Pitt ready for a throw from Quinn. Here's a pitch from Quinn. O'Neill shoots it toward short. Peckinpah stops it on the first hop, flips it to Pratt. And that retires the side. The half for the Indians. 0-0-0. They leave 1-5 in the books here in Cleveland. Indians, Yankees tied at 2. The Indians will face the top of the order here in the 6th. Peckinpah, Pratt, and Bodie. Here's Peckinpah to start it off. Roger is 1 for 2, and he scored a run. Batter facing Coveleski. O'Neill crouched down now. The pitch. Wide of the strike zone. Ball 4. And Peckinpah trots down to first. And that's the first walk issued by Coveleski. That was Peckinpah's first walk of the season. No outs. 6th inning. 1 on. Pratt is stepping up to hit against Coveleski. Pratt has a hit in 2 trips. Peckinpah at first has wheeled. He's the potential go-ahead run. Coveleski is on the slab. Eyes narrow as he peers in for the sign. Checks Peckinpah on first. Trying to hold him close. Peckinpah well off first. And the pitch comes in. He squares. It's bunted to the right of the mound. Coveleski has it. Looks to second. And takes the sure out at first. And it's a sacrifice for Pratt. Peckinpah moves up. The go-ahead run is now at second base. Peckinpah down at second. 1 down. Bodie is stepping up to hit against Coveleski. He's a right-handed batter. Bodie is 0 for 2. He scored once. Real speed at second. If he comes home, New York goes ahead. Coveleski climbs the mound, glances back at the runner. Peckinpah trying to look casual as he edges toward third. The pitch comes in. Swung on. Bounced toward the mound. Coveleski knocks it down. Now he has it. No play at third. He takes the out at first. Peckinpah moves to third. The go-ahead run is now on third. 1 on. Now Pip to face Coveleski. Wiley can be dangerous. Coveleski climbs the mound. Checks third. The pitch, slow bounder to the right side. Wemsgans charges over, scoops it. 2 outs. He flips to first. And they get him. That's the 3rd out. For the Yankees, 0-0-0. They leave 1. They waste the base runner. This game is tied at 2 after 5.5. For Cleveland, here in the 6th, Chapman, Gardner, and Johnston. To get it going, Chapman. Ray is hitless in 2 at-bats. He scored once. Pitcher Quinn eyeing Chapman. Now he's ready. The pitch. Breaking ball grounded hard at Baker. It's off his glove, but he recovers. Throws quickly to first, and he's safe. Pip doesn't like that call, and the ump is taking some heat. Baker picks up an error, and the Yankees' defense has been sloppy here. The go-ahead run has reached. Gardner up there. Larry is 1 for 2. Stole a base. Quinn is on the slab. Checks Chapman on first. First baseman Pip hurts right in front of the bag. Chapman is off and running. Bounce toward first. Pip's up with it. No play at second. He flips to Quinn, covering. 1 away. And that puts the go-ahead run in scoring position. For Cleveland, 1 away. Runner on second. Cleveland now sends Johnston to bat, hitting from the left side. Doc has a hit in 2 trips. Quinn sets up on the rubber again. Quinn poised. Chapman now with an aggressive lead. The pitch. Johnston squares. It's bunted to the first base side. Pip picks it up. Looks at third and goes to Pratt, covering first for the easy out. Johnston gets the job done. Chapman moves to third. The go-ahead run is now on third. Two away, 1 on at third. It's now Wemsgans, the bat, hitting 8. He already has a hit in this game. A double. Bill can hit. Quinn is on the slab. Chapman at third with his arms out, crouched. The pitch. Grounded weakly to Peckinpah. He charges it. Barehands it. Throws to first. And he's safe. Wemsgans beats the ball to first. And the run scores. Indians have the lead. So the single drives in 1 big run, and the Indians break the tie and now lead 3-2 here in the 6th. Coveleski is the next hitter. He stands in. Rule set. First baseman Pitt ready for a throw from Quinn. The pitch, lofted to center. Dick is over. He's under it. This should do it. And he takes it in for the final out. The line for the Indians, 1-1-1. They lead 1. They move ahead in the game after 6, 3-2. Indians. For New York, here in the 7th. Baker, Lewis, and Dick. To get it going for the Yankees here, Baker. Baker waiting for Coveleski. Coveleski will go to work on him. The offering. Yanked towards second. Wemsgans feels it. He flips to first. High throw. But they get him. 1 down. Next up, New York hitter Lewis. You don't see Duffy taking many pitches. Lewis takes his stance. Coveleski looking home. The pitch. Lewis grounds it foul at the plate. Strike 1. Lewis stands in again. Catcher O'Neill sets his target. Coveleski brings it home. It's looped to right. Graney coming on, but he won't get it, and Lewis is on at first. The tying run is on. 1 on. Dick gets set to face Coveleski. Dick has done nothing in 2 trips. Lewis can hightail it. Right-hander Coveleski ready. Coveleski deals. The high hard one. Big swing. Strike 3. And he almost went down. 2 away. For New York, Lewis on first. 2 away. Next up, Rue batting 8th. Rue has done nothing in 2 trips. Coveleski looking in. He brings it in. Drill toward third. Gardner fields a short hop. This should do it. Throws to second for the final out. For the Yankees, no runs on 1 hit. 1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. Indians up 3-2. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back while it's root for the home team. Hey, old man, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you out at the old ball game.
The Yankees will face the top of the order here in the 7th. Speaker, Graney, and Smith. Speaker leading it off. Speaker, recently known as a solid hitter. Speaker, ready. Catcher ready. He cranks and fires. Pulled hard down the line. Fair ball. Bodie is racing for it into the corner. Speaker's around second. He's going for third. Pratt, relay. Not in time. Safe at third. Triple from Speaker. Chris with his 2nd hit in this game and his 1st triple of the season. The Indians have no outs. Speaker hanging out at third. Graney up. Uncertain at the plate. Good bat control. Start of Coveleski looking strong, but the Indians could use a little insurance. Quinn on the rubber. They're playing him in. Quinn watching Speaker at third. Now the pitch. It's a moonshot, right field. He's got lots of room. Waits. And he drops it. Speaker scores. Now he quickly wings it back to the infield. Graney has to hold at first. That was deep enough, so they scored that a sac fly. Bodie picks up an error. He was just a little casual making that play. And that's the fourth error for the Yankees. That'll give McGraw a few more gray hairs. And the Indians now lead 4-2. No one out. Seventh inning. One on. We have Smith to bat for the Indians. He bats from the left side. A very steady hitter. Right-handed Quinn goes to the set position. Graney is off and running. The delivery. This one is hit. It may carry. It's back. Nick gets there. One down. And Graney returns to first as the throw comes in. One gone. Seventh inning. One on. Next to bat for Cleveland is O'Neill from the right. He's their cleanup hitter. He gets his share of hits. Catcher Rule sets his target. Quinn deals. Swung on. Strike. Graney is going for the steal. Rule gets rid of it quickly. Going to be close. Safe. Graney has a swipe. That's his first steal of the season for Cleveland. Their third stolen base in this game. O'Neill ready to take on Quinn again. Catcher ready. Graney extending his lead. The delivery, and it's a hard line to Pratt. Great catch. 2 away. One on, the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the right-handed Chapman to take his swings, batting 5th. A trusty bat. Chapman settles himself in the box. Quinn looking in. Graney moves another step away from second. Quinn comes to the plate, popped up. Baker moves toward the line. Peckinpah racing over into foul territory. He waves off Baker and makes the catch for the 3rd out. That'll do it for Cleveland. A run on 1 hit. 1 misadventure for the Yankees. 1 left. They give themselves a little room. We've played 7. Indians with the edge, 4-2. Quinn, Peckinpah, and Pratt due up for New York. Quinn is scheduled to hit. Coveleski looking home. Coveleski into the wind. Breaking ball, swung on. Driven to left. Smith is running back. He's got a beat on it and makes the catch. That's 1. The next Yankees batter is Peckinpah, right-hander. Peckinpah has a hit and a walk in 3 trips, and he scored once. Roger has a good eye. Pratt on deck and head down. Measures his bat. The batsman, a 4-bagger for Peckinpah. So they collect the solo homer, his first home run of the season, and the Yankees are sneaking up on the Indians. They are within 1. Score now 4-3, and these fans just inched forward in their seats. 1 out, 8th inning. Now Pratt to face Coveleski. On the day, Pratt is 1 for 2, and he sacrificed once. Pratt good at the plate. Coveleski toes the rubber, positions the ball behind his back. Right-handed Coveleski goes to the set position, body rigid. Coveleski fires it in. Popped a mile high. O'Neill throws off his mask. He's there, takes a step back, and brings it down. That's 2. We have Bodie coming up to hit. Bodie is 0 for 3. He scored once. O'Neill sets up. He brings it home. Bodie dribbles one to the left of the mound. Coveleski can't reach it. Chapman charges in. Grabs it and throws in one motion. Or tried to. The ball travels about 3 feet, and Bodie is on at first. That should be an error on Chapman. And it is E6. The tying run is on. Here's the situation. Bodie on first, 2 away, the top of the 8th inning. It's now the port side swinger Pip to the bat, batting in the 4th slot. Wally is 0 for 3. 1 ribby. Coveleski set. Coveleski kicks and delivers. Breaking ball. High and inside. Ball 1. Pip stands in again. Coveleski is ready to fire it in. Coveleski cranks it up. Slow chopper toward Chapman. He charges. Barehands it. Makes the off-balance throw to first. 3 down. That'll do it for New York. A run on 1 hit. The Indians made an error. 1 left. They score, but still trail by 1. The score now stands 4-3. Indians as we head for the bottom of the 8th inning. For Cleveland, it'll be Gardner, Johnston, and Wemsgans. Gardner to lead it off for the Indians. He swings from the left side. A trusty bat. Gardner 1 for 3. He's stolen the base. Gardner ready. Right-hander Quinn ready. Quinn deals. A towering fly ball to center. Vick roams over. Plenty of room. And hauls it in. 1 away. All right, Johnston is out to take his hacks. He hits from the left. 1 gone. A trusty bat. In this game, Johnston is 1 for 2. And he sacrificed once. Quinn focuses in on the target. Quinn to the wind. It's lifted high to shallow left. Lewis got a late start. Coming hard. Coming hard. And he makes the catch. 2 away. Two outs. 8th inning. Wemsgans will bat next for Cleveland. Wemsgans 2 for 3. Knocked in 2. Quinn ready. Quinn winds up. It's looped to right. Bodie coming on. But he won't get it. And Wemsgans is on at first. That's Wemsgans' 3rd hit of the game. 1 on. Pitcher Coveleski to hit. Right-handed Quinn goes to the set position. First baseman Pip hurts right in front of the bag. The pitch comes in. It's hit hard over 3rd. Base hit. Lewis is racing to the line, still running. He picks it up. Wemsgans is around 3rd. They're waving him in. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And Wemsgans out. Just missed getting in. Oh, those Yankees. They nip him trying to score. The coach was waving him on with 2 outs. He was going all the way. And they finished his story at the front door. That'll do it for Cleveland. No runs on 2 hits. They leave 1. The chance goes by the board, holding a slight edge. Indians still leading by 1. For New York, here in the 9th, Baker, Lewis, and Vick. To get it going for the Yankees here, Baker. Home run is a tough out. Baker has been up 3 times with 1 hit. He's driven in a run. Coveleski works the ball with his hand. Coveleski wipes sweat from his hands. Does some landscaping on the mound. Baker steps up to the plate. Knocks the bat handle twice on the plate. Leans in. Coveleski toes the rubber. O'Neill sets up. The pitch. Grounded to the right side, and Wemsgans gloves it. The throw in plenty of time. 1 down. Lewis now walks out the bat. The Yankees with only 2 outs left. They want to see him get on. Lewis, 1 for 3. Lewis in the box. Works his back foot. Now ready. Coveleski, foot on the rubber. Coveleski takes a sign from O'Neill. Vick is in his batting stance on deck. He cranks and fires. This one is straight up the chute between first and home. Johnston wants it, and it's in his glove. 2 down. Two outs. Here's Vick. Sammy is not a slugger. Vick is 0 for 3. Vick stands in.
Waits.
Coveleski climbs a mound. Coveleski will go to work on him. McGraw, arms akimbo. And the pitch comes in. Taken for a strike. Vick goes down looking. He stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by. And that's out number 3 and the game. The Indians have won it, spurred on by the disciplined leadership of Shendo. Our apprehension is released. Coveleski has a beautiful 5-hitter. He picks up a complete game. Here's the line for the Indians. 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 misadventure. They leave 8 for the Yankees.
3
runs on 5 hits. They committed 4 errors, and they leave 4. Coveleski gets his
first
win. Quinn takes his
first
loss.
So the
Indians
gain a step.
For the Indians.
Overall, they now stand at
1-0. Bye for now, everybody. This is WAPBA and Ernie Harwell saying so long from Cleveland. Final score: Cleveland Indians 4, New York Yankees 3.
Hey, good evening, guys. How are you? Jump out of this and just bring up this league manager. All right. So yeah, good stuff here. So I think the 1919 Indians, Dwayne, saw your game and told the 1961 Indians, hold our beer. Anyhow, so cool, man. Good, nice little chat here tonight. Mike Silva had mentioned doing a non-baseball game. And I was thinking about doing Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr or something like that. But I'm like, I'm too knackered. I'm just going to let Ernie Harwell do the work. So get some non-baseball on here maybe Sunday. Talisman or Warhammer. God knows what. I don't know. Anyhow, Pocket Pennant Run is like just so cool. I've been like watching, all these Dave Gardner videos and Kurt Berglund videos, and Kurt Berglund has some great tips for like roster management and stuff. But Dwayne Martz has inspired me to really use Digital Diamond. I think because I just can't be arsed to print out score sheets. I know that's part of the visceral thing. But man, I have enough stuff right now in this little space that I'm living that saving up score sheets and stuff. And I'm just not as brave as Ken Castro yet to do a whole play every season. But Pocket Pennant Run is really cool because you can just, my God, I could gush about that software. The software alone is worth $20, if not more. It's fantastic. But, Digital Diamond Baseball, boy, kudos to Mark, except I do have to do it better, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. That little melody there drives me nuts. I'm like, no, come on, play some chords, put some little, it's a waltz. But you know what? That game has yet to crash on me. Action PCs every baseball game I've played pretty much except Diamond Mind and Digital Diamond. Those 2 games are just rock solid. And, if you think about it, wow, with Digital Diamond, you could play almost every board game with that because a play is a play in baseball, right? It's just amazing. You guys were mentioning about the 1919 season. Again, you do know that you can actually create any season you want in there. So you can go back to the beginning. But I know what this Joe Curcio has done. He's a longtime library creator for Digital Diamond. His stuff is really good. I've created some stuff for Digital Diamond way back, I think in version 7. So you can do it, but it's the extra work that he's putting into it, I guess, with splits and everything that really, really makes it worth it. So Mark really has put out a hell of a product, and I think what's really pushed it over the edge. Um, let's face it, it's good. It's got a great engine under it, but I think for it to compete against out of the park baseball wouldn't have worked. But I think by adding in that board game companion, now it doesn't have to compete with something like out of the park baseball. And I love the fact, because I do plan once I move into, get my own flat and everything. I do want to get back into cards and dice baseball because I've got like tons of like non-baseball games here too. Like Mage Knight and Sword and Sorcery, Massive Darkness, Pathfinder, whatever else. Well, I'm not going to name them all, a bunch of them. And so I really like Chuck and Dice. I love it. So, Gloomhaven. Although I have Gloomhaven digitally too, so I don't know that I'll ever bust out Gloomhaven. But anyhow, Digital Diamond is just amazing, and following Dwayne's sort of double replay in this season has really, really inspired me. And Dwayne, in a very indirect way, you've kind of gotten me back into like wanting to do some cards and dice baseball, not necessarily on the channel, but just for the fact that the only footprint in Pocket Pennant Run there's 8 cards, right? That's it. You worry about 8 cards, and everything else is on Digital Diamond Baseball, man, and you just roll the red, yellow, and blue dice and go to town. And I'm really, really impressed, considering I used to play a lot of Status Pro and APBA and a bit of Strat back in the day. You know what? That little baseball game, don't sell it short, pardon the unintentional pun. It's a pretty damn good baseball sim. These guys really onto something here. All right. So let me see. Yes, the software will keep stats. And let's say that you don't want to do all the other games. Let's say that you're rolling up games, but you only want to play one team or just play some teams. You can do like box score replays and the thing. It's amazing what the software can do. I'd love to just do just an entire stream just on the Pocket Pennant Run software. My only complaint with that is they need to have a way to adjust the fonts because it's really, really small to show it. But there's times I'll just sit here and play around just with the Pocket Pennant Run stuff. And, guys, because they give, and I've said this before, I say a lot of things before, but who gives a shit, right? Is because they give you the formulas they've used for the ratings, it's a great little tool just for getting a general sense of players just beyond the stats or whatever. And you get every season in that game, everything. And not only Major League Baseball, you get AAA, I think, from 2000 to 2022. There's Japanese baseball in there. I think Negro Leagues. I have to boot it up and see. But they're going to keep, you get lifetime updates. It's the best $20 I've ever spent on a cards and dice game. Ever, ever, ever. I love it. And it's something I could take traveling. I'm hoping I can go see my folks over the Christmas holiday. And I'm taking Pocket Pennant Run. And, gonna play me some baseball over the Christmas holidays. So that's what I'm hoping. So yeah, Dwayne, thank you very much. Really, you've been doing like such an amazing job, and I'm like watching. It's not like I'm trying to like copy what you're doing, but I'm thinking, let me put this back on just regular silent now because it's done its work for the day. There we go. Just watching what you're doing, I'm thinking, because I've been saying all along, okay, I've got the cats, I can keep them away from the rolling dice, but I don't really have the room right now to set up a nice table, where I can put out the big, classic Status Pro board. If you guys have ever played Status Pro baseball, it's a pretty large footprint, and shuffling cards and stuff. And I'm thinking, damn it, just do with Pocket Pennant Run and also this I forget the name of the game. It's one that the Jester did in his channel back in 2019, and he didn't like it only because you can't do season replays with it. But it's basically Sports Illustrated baseball on steroids. And I'm thinking, it comes with like a crap ton of players. And I'm thinking, I could just do this in Digital Diamond baseball. Ground out to first is ground out to first, right? Now, I'm also watching Dwayne tonight, figuring out what was it, the unsuccessful bunt or something. So there's some weird things in there, but thank you, Dwayne. Bernie says the only problem with Digital Diamond is they don't have all the dead ball. Again, you can create them, but if you want to, if you want all the lefty-righty splits, you're gonna have to go in and do the extra work. But I could go on Digital Diamond right now and make 1905 for you. I could do it. Ballparks, everything. In fact, if you look on there on the Digital Diamond forum thingy, whatever, you'll see under my old name, my old surname or whatever, because I'm Italian Irish, changed it to the Irish name. But I did like the best of the 1900s and best of 1920s, I think, on there. And it's super easy to do seasons. It's super, super, super easy. No, it's not talent at all, Bernie. Geez, I wish if it wasn't 12:42 a.m. for me, I would fire up Digital Diamond and show you how to make any season you want, any type of season you want. It's simple. In fact, once I do, you'll be like, oh, that's it. It's really, really that easy. So and he does say on Steam, even although he should make it a little bit more, because a lot of people are thinking the game only goes back to 1927. Of course, yep, now there's 1909. You're willing to put in, it does take a little time to create the seasons, but it's not that hard. I mean, all the data are in there. So, and Bernie, you're a smart guy, and you're a talented guy, so you could do it. I don't know how much interest there would be on here. If you guys want me to show you some night how to create seasons, create some libraries and stuff in Digital Diamond, and show you that it can do more than just what seems to be on the tin, I'd be happy to do that. But I just figure that so many of you play Digital Diamond baseball, I didn't really think that that would be something that the community would want. So, hey, Bernie's interested. Cool. I'm also, and I know I'm probably opening the floodgates here, so two things. I'm talking about an all-star game project. So I thought about a World Series project, but different than Dwayne's. My idea was going to be, so I would start with I'm not going to do it now that Dwayne's going to do a World Series project, but my approach was going to be different. So Dwayne's is going to be an amazing World Series retrospective, which I love. But mine, what I was going to do is start out with a 1903 series. Whoever wins the 1903 series would go on to face the historical winner of the 1905 series and keep it going. And I wanted to see what team, World Series teams throughout baseball history, would have the rate, who would win the most World Series, let's say. But with Dwayne coming up in a World Series project, I didn't want to replicate that, but something more manageable would be the All-Star games. So starting with the 1933 All-Star game, right? National League, American League. So let's say, right, so the American League, I think, won that first one. I can't remember. And then they would play the historical winner of the 1934 World Series, and so on and so forth. It's a little bit more manageable than doing the World Series. And I have, for Diamond Mine Baseball, but I could put them in any game I want. I have all the All-Star games, and I don't mind even doing the research and putting them into Action PC, Out of the Park, Digital Diamond, for that matter, and doing an All-Star game project using my World Series. So I'm thinking about that, because to do a straight All-Star game, people will be like, okay, but wait a minute, so-and-so came in to bat in the 5th inning, and I'm not really interested in replicating an All-Star game. But I want to do something with All-Star games because that sort of thing appeals to me. So I don't know. That might be a harebrained idea. Who knows? You could. That could happen. It definitely could. But, meh. So what? I just want to have some fun and get out of my comfort zone and things. And a lot of this is just sort of pre-McGreevy. I know I still have the CML League going and a couple things. 1949 on this thing, which I do want to keep going with. But I don't have so many projects yet. And here's the other thing. If so, right now you guys know I'm doing APBA bats for Ken, and I'm having fun doing it. If there's any project that you guys have on your software that you would like me to do that you don't have time to do, let me know, man. I mean, I've accumulated so much baseball stuff, you know, in books and tons of websites. I love doing the research. That you know, Todd, now that I know how to do it, I wish I would have a few years ago. I could do your 1977 to 82 thing and out of the park baseball. I know how to do that now. And it's like, I wish I would have read it sooner, but you're doing it in APC and it's playing fine. But if you guys have some projects you'd like, I mean, it would cost nothing. I mean, I can't guarantee they would be done with any great speed. I've been working on the bats thing for about 5 days, and the National League is done. So I'll be starting the Boston Red Sox. Maybe, well, not tomorrow night because I'll be watching Bernie's game, and then we're going to do our weekly baseball chinwag. Hopefully, Mike Silva will be in. A couple of you guys want to come on, Mike, as well. But maybe Saturday afternoon, starting the Boston Red Sox bats team. So yeah, could do bats too. As long, I mean, I think I have the bats two roster somewhere, and maybe knock that up in every, you know, whatever game of choice people would like, whether out of the park baseball or action PC. And out of the park is going to go on sale again in December, so it always does. It always does. And if you watch closely, you will actually see it as cheap as $6. And if you don't buy out of the park, if you don't have it, and you don't buy out of the park baseball for $6 when it goes on sale, I can't talk to you ever again anymore. Yeah, I mean all of baseball history for $6. If you sleep on that, come on. So I know. Well, so Todd, what I'm hoping is that Legends at some point, you know, but again, he's doing baseball all year, but he's rotating the other three sports: football, hockey, basketball. But I know he's promised to do some tutorials because I need to get deeper in that game to understand it, because I can do the 3D face models. That's like right up my alley. What I can't figure out yet is like, so Legends does, I think, normalizes the FSBL in the 1970s. I want to take it back to an earlier era, and I want to be able to do, I want to create some of this, like the dead ball stuff. On MLB The Show. I just don't play the game enough. I'm waiting for Legends season to be over when he does that little hiatus so I can just do some show on the channel and I can get a little bit more used to what it does. I haven't played MLB The Show since Legends started season 2. Not even offline. I haven't played it at all. So it's just, and I still haven't installed MLB The Show 23. It's bought but not installed. But the McGreevy League and MLB The Show would be amazing. What bats are Aaron and Mansell in? They're in the one I'm doing for Ken right now. I'll show it to you, Dwayne. Let me just, you know me, I like to save games. Yep, it's saved, so we can just go ahead and exit. Let me bring up the bats. I'm just going to bring up the bats rosters rather than out of the park baseball. All right, so let me bring this up. And Hammer and Hank, let me see if I can make this bigger for you. There you go. So Hammer and Hank, he's represented on here, 1959 Milwaukee Braves. And the Mick were those damn Yankees, which was, of course, a musical. And the Mick, we have his 1956 MVP season. So, again, I'm starting, I've got the National League done. I just did the Pirates and Cardinals last night. So this weekend's project is going to be, actually it's going to be the, well, they're calling it the St. Louis, you know, the Baltimore Orioles. I'm going to call it the St. Louis Browns. So Browns Red Sox, I'm going to do them, and then I think if I do 2 teams a day, bats, the first bats will be ready to go, and then, you know, I might just do bats too after that. But yeah, Todd, the McGreevy League and MLB The Show would be epic. Would be epic. Um, you know, I totally agree with you. I just don't know. So this could be done in Action PC if you owned all this. Yeah. I thought about this, but Ken has out of the park baseball, so And you know, he said, oh, this would be really cool to do an out of the park baseball. So that's why I'm doing it in OOTP. And I've done 2 tutorials on how to do this in out of the park, which is why I could do your league now. I just wish I would have known then. And I learned how to make it actually draft onto the teams in the years that you select too. So I feel like really crap that I'm like 2 years late, Todd, on that. But there you go. But I do have all the seasons for APC. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do bats in out of the park and do bats too in Action PC. I don't know. It's super easy to do if you just it's a lot of work, but it's easy. It's really easy to do in both games. You could actually, guys. So are you ready for this? You could do this. You could do bats in Digital Diamond Baseball. You could do it in Digital Diamond Baseball. For the couple of you out there, you could do this in baseball for Windows. You could do this in Dombrov Baseball. Yeah. So there's a lot of games you could do this in. Nobody likes Dombrov in this channel, I guess, but except me. So, but there you go. Talking about the CSV files. Yeah, so you could use CSV files from. You think digital needs more airtime? Well, the man doing it right now is Dwayne. Our Red Sox fan did a game last night, just using the game engine, which, as Dwayne has remarked several times, and he's right, it's got a solid engine. We have a couple minutes. I know you're tired, Todd. Let's bring up Steam though. All right, there's my. I know I'm ashamed. The Steam library is crazy. Well, I'm not ashamed actually. Where the hell's Digital Diamond Baseball? There it is. So boom. Let's bring it up and look at it for a minute. Dwayne, this is all. Of course, this is all old hat, old school for you. Bernie says before his life is over, 2 things he wanted to learn: AppStat. The master game, making those things in Digital Diamond. It looks like a fine book. There's over 3,000 games in there, man. It's pretty sick. I need intervention. But right now, because my girlfriend and I don't live together, this is okay. This is a good thing. So we tell Robbie, don't be such a hurry for a girlfriend or a wife, because especially when you're living with them. Yeah, okay. So why are you taking so long to boot up? What the hell? Yeah, it's game. There we go. It's coming up. There it is. Hey, Digital Diamond. So I have 1971 up here, and I have a couple other things. But like, you guys know, like this Great Teams League, for instance. And hang on, I got to put this back up on performance, I suppose. How do I do that again? There we go. So this Great Teams League is really cool. I haven't started charting it up yet. But just to show you the power of what this thing can do, right? So I'm not going to play any game or anything. So don't get scared, folks. Don't get scared. Is it, what do I want? Where is it? Is it the organization editor? Is that what I want? Look at all these teams. Now, I did already put the logos in. So if you can do something like this, and I can't make it any larger, there's what? How many games? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 48 teams in here. 48 teams. And these are from all over baseball. So I've done the logos. I just haven't put in the, I haven't done the ballparks or anything like that. But I have 1971 all set up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing 1971 using Pocket Pennant Run. So pretty excited about that. But this thing is so great. I mean, if we do just a scheduled game here, I've never had this thing crash ever. So there we go. I don't know why we've got this pictures. I got to fix Jones there because this is. Oh, that's because this is the I didn't switch libraries. So I forgot that I was getting this all set up and then, oh well. Anyhow, so we're not going to do anything there. I want to go back. Is it to my library options? Blah, blah, blah. No, this isn't it. Damn it. See that? I can make a team on here, but I can't navigate the basic thing. I want to switch libraries. Or what have you. I'm so used to an older version of Digital Diamond that I actually wrote a Steam guide for, but it's obsolete now. So, anyhow, I love it. This thing has a chart editor in it. You can edit the charts on this thing. This is such a deep baseball game. If you want to get crazy in this thing, you can go crazy and actually edit all the charts. I don't know how many people knew that. So that's cool. Hey, Cooney's home safe thanks to the bus driver. So Todd created a worst of the worst league in Digital Diamond. So yeah, it's super easy to do this. Fourth one down. Oh yeah, open a different library. Duh. Thank you. Thank you. Dwayne is our guru. So right now, as you can see, I mean, it's like opening. I think I played one game. Not with Pocket Pennant Run, but this thing does have a solid baseball engine to it. It really, really is. So yeah, what was it in this game? Yeah, the Oakland A's edged the Senators 4-3. But some good games coming up here, but I think what I'm going to do is what Dave Gardner suggested, is actually put the player ratings into the notes and then start a 1971 replay that I'll occasionally show it online, but this is going to be more for offline messing around and getting used to it again. What's the star for? For what? The star. Did I miss something? I have no idea. Because I'm like so tired. I have no idea what you're talking about, Dwayne. Is it on this screen? Or is it on like... Okay, on the game you played, there's a star normally tells you something special happened. Oh, this thing! Well, let's see what the hell happened. Oh, Vita Blue throws a complete game. So... Boy, it's pretty sad when a complete game is something considered special these days, right? But I have always loved this game. I always have. It's just that prior to version 10, you know, it was basically a digital game, and I think in that way it really, it's not going to catch out of the park. But with the other things that you can do with this, it's just bloody fantastic. It really, really is. But let's let me see. What is it? Open a different library. Is this where I can create one? Yeah, new library. So we do a new library. Let's see if I remember how to do this. 1906. Okay. All right, now I can open it, and then from here is where you start bringing in everything that you want. Everything that you need is right here, and maybe I'll do this some night since Bernie's interested. I'll leave this here, and I'll start I'll create the 1906 season for you. Status Pro man like you should do a whole season using Status Pro and Digital Diamond. I will. Right now, though, I got to ease back into it, brother, with Pocket Pennant Run, because with Pocket Pennant Run, there's not as much stuff, right? I have to check. There's no, you know, you have those little charts, and that's pretty much it, and they're all on a poker-sized playing card. There's like 8 of them. So you got to remember, man, I haven't played cards and dice baseball since I was an undergrad. Yeah, so I'm not ready yet. It'd be like, you know, me trying to jump back into, you know, like playing like Strat Super Advanced or something. You know, it's been like 20 years since I've played Strat Super Advanced, so that's not happening today. No. But yeah, Yeah, so yeah, I will do this. I think it'll be a lot of fun to actually create a season. I used to love creating seasons for this game. There was a lot, just all kinds of cool stuff. So, um, there's just so much to do in this game. This game also needs, um, that also needs sound, like better sounds. And I know you can put in your own sounds and stuff like that. But I'll show you guys how to do it. But not tonight. Don't forget that the chart for Status Pro comes with the game, even as a chart that tells you what results you can enter. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, so you're basically getting two baseball games here, like just out of the rip, right? So Digital Diamond's own game, which is solid. And then you're getting Status Pro Baseball. And Dwayne, I'll tell you, I really, 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 I mean, my friends and I sitting at the Hetzel Union building at Penn State, I can't tell you how many hours we put into playing Status Pro Baseball. Oh my God, I loved it. And then when I heard it was part of this, it was like, okay, seriously, I have to do it. I have to do it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't do it. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. So you can start by creating your teams, and then you're going to be just bringing in players. This is deep, and I can only imagine what he's going to be doing with 19 or with version 12. So, so as you said, you and your friend Troy, or you and Troy, played a lot of Status Pro together back in the 80s and 90s. Is Troy your brother, or is that your brother, right? I'm trying to remember. Or was that friend? I'm trying to remember, but I remember you talking about Troy before, but I never asked you what, or who. Um, but you know, it's kind of funny because we talk about these games as having deep menu systems. Well, there's a lot going on in this game too, and I can certainly see. I mean, you can edit play by play in this thing. God, what you can do in Digital Diamond, love it. Okay, about your friend. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. So yeah, I've got friends like that like from school. Most of my friends, I stayed friends with really most from my university friends, but I get it. You know, they're like brothers to me and stuff like that. And you still talk to them, you catch up, and you know, you might not talk for 6 months, but then you could pick up right back where you left off, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's just it's great, and we are in like just the we're just in a golden era here. We're just in a golden era, right? Look, I can import right here, guys. So I'm on the import edit players, and I can import players from the Llama database. I can import players from Baseball Reference, generate players from another library. Um, God, so much you can do here. So we go like Llama database, and there it is, and I can put in the year, and we go back, just like Chris Berman says. And look, gents, there it is, 1871. 1871. So you've got to be willing to do the work. So what are we doing here? 1906. Boom. It's got all. They're all here. All right, and I can include splits if they're there. And it's importing and working. I think the trick to this is just getting to know the menu system. There we are. There's everybody that played in 1906, along with their baseball reference ID, which means you could actually, if you wanted to bring these guys into out of the park baseball. There you go. So now all the players are there, all there. Just go to town and have fun. Then you've got to start, whatever. So let's look. Let's look at the 1906 Chicago Cubs. There they are, ready to go. Now, my understanding, Dwayne, is that if I wanted to do this and play the in-game status pro, this is going to generate cards for these 1906 players. Is that correct? Yeah. So, dude, back in the day, we didn't have all those seasons when we were in college. Man, we were poor undergraduates. So we just bought seasons when we could. Okay, so it's doing behind the scenes is the stats. So Dwayne, let me ask you a question because you've been doing this with APBA. Um, have you found it? I mean, do you like playing status pro in this game? What do you think about that? I want to get your opinion because I see you playing this game more than anybody. You're like the guru of digital diamond baseball, and you should write a Steam guide for it. You really should. So I know the one I wrote, people loved it, but again, it's obsolete now. It's not even on. I mean, it wouldn't even work. Some of the things would work in this, but so the only thing that you didn't like about it, as first was that's why you got a bigger monitor, was the font was so hard to see the player card in Status Pro. Yeah, yeah, right, Todd. You had pen and paper and walked 2 miles uphill to school both ways. Yeah, I know, in 8 feet of snow. Well, you guys get that in Cleveland and laugh at it. So everybody's in here now. And let me see. Do I have to go to organization editor? Damn it, it's so hard to remember how to do all this. There it is. So now in the team editor, all I have to do is assign logos and ballparks. And ready to rock. And ballparks are super, super easy to do in this too. So I really, really like that. But that first step is done. The first step is done. And so if I keep working on this, I would have the 1906 season ready to play. Yeah. And 8 feet of snow in July is correct in Cleveland. Oh my God. So my magic dealer, Todd, was out in, shit, what's it called? It was out around Painesville. So just about east. I don't know, Todd. We could certainly look and see. I think they do. I think, in fact, doesn't Dave Gardner use them? All right, let me see. I think I have to go to the ballpark editor for that, right? Let's bring one in and see. Neutral park. Let's just do this. Let's just edit the park. Day image. I guess I got to go find one. So let me go into my, let's see. It's been a while. So indulge me for a moment, gents, and let's test this out. Where's my DK Sports? Jeez, I'm tired. Why am I doing this right now? Baseball, ballparks. Let me see here. I went West Side Grounds for 1906, right? So let's see. We're gonna take a really old grainy one, and let's see. There's West Side Grounds. Let's see what happens. Does it like it? Oh, you know what? These are PNG files, these parks, aren't they? Is that why? Do you have to use... No, wait. Why isn't this coming in? What am I doing wrong there, Dwayne? What am I doing wrong? Oh, you were actually out of the park ones. Yeah, I'm sure they look good. But why the hell... Because you guys just saw the JPEG. I have no idea. I'm too tired for this. Does it not like JPEGs? Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know it works, but... Is it import? No, it's not import. Oh, wait. Oh no, that's seam heads. That's just seam heads. I don't know why I can't get the image to work. What am I doing? Yeah, so it's why isn't it bringing this JPEG? Isn't that weird? Because here's Ballpark's American League Park. I'm gonna have to get back and read the documentation because it's not bringing them in. Strange. So let's go to Out of the Park Baseball and see. It's probably something I'm doing wrong because I'm an Aegis. We all know that. We all know that. Holy shit. My C drive is, I only have 2 gigs free. That sucks. Oh well. And D is only 43 gigs. This, when you're a musician, this is what happens. And an artist. But I don't know why these aren't pulling them in. Let's go to Steam. Steam. Where's program files? Steam. Where the hell are you? There you are. Psh. Come on, you bastard. There you are. Steam apps. Common. Out of Park 24. Data. Ballparks. How the hell do these get in here? So let's look for West Side Grounds and see. I wonder if it's something with I don't know. So what are you bringing in here, Dwayne? Are you bringing it? What I'm not sure what you're bringing in because these. Are you capturing these? Let me see. I think that what I was doing wrong, yes, put the ballparks in the ballpark folder. Oh, shit. Yes, that's right. Okay. Well, I'll have to do that another night. Because reasons. Partially because that would take a long time to copy over those. All right, cool. But I at least know for the logos and stuff like that. Right. Everything has to go in Digital Diamond's directory. That's right. You're right. I love the fact that you can do manager profiles. Of course, there are no teams in my library organization. I love that you can really get deep into this game. So, Mark Cohen, great game. Yep. All right. Yeah, Todd, I'm going to sign off too. I'm going to mess around a bit. Dwayne, I may have to hit you up on some Digital Diamond tips. The only thing I remembered how to do was just to import players. So I suck. But I'll get it right. At least they're all here. They are all here. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming in and hanging out tonight. And there is everybody. I love the fact that you can look at everybody's cards. All right. I'm never going to get off of here unless I get off of here. All right. Thanks, Dwayne. All right, my thanks to Dwayne Martz, to Todd B., who's also a Digital Diamond dude. It's Cooney 007. He's doing Inside Pitch, 2008 replay. Check out that great stuff. Dwayne Martz doing a double replay, 1961 Yankees and Braves. Bernie Strom doing 1914. Bernie does a bunch of baseball. 1914 Red Sox tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Are you doing an Out of the Park baseball, Bernie? I know you were talking about switching over to Action PC after this one because of the tie issue, which I've never seen. So we had a small but fun, active crowd here tonight. Thanks for voting, guys. That won't be the end of it. John DFW in here for a little bit. Thanks, John. Mike Silva, long off to sleep. Cooney 007. He is first in the ballpark tonight. All right, guys. Until the next time we meet, see you around the batting cage.